Hello, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Kurt, and welcome back to Farlands or Bust. We had Wolfie barking and the sheep baaing. Ooh, we got the creepers patrolling, apparently. Let's quickly fill up and secure the hidey hole, because we know how the creepers like to go in the hidey hole to pay us a visit. And let's arrange some of our inventory here and continue westward through the westward front of the creeper situation. Oh wow, yeah, they are surrounding us. Oh my god, they are surrounding us. We got that guy, that guy, that guy, that guy, Wolfie, that guy. We have been surrounded. Is there a guy back here? Perhaps we can flank left. Flank left. Yeah, let's flank left. And get on a boat, perhaps, and strand these jerks, trying to screw up our journey here. Perhaps this is a day that they're most likely to come out. They have day jobs during the week, and on Saturdays is when they patrol. And speaking of that, yeah, it is a Saturday. It's episode 374 of Farlands or Bust, but it's Saturday, July 5th, 2014. What am I doing with the Farlands or Bust on Saturday? I'll tell you what I'm doing with the Farlands or Bust on Saturday. It's because I missed the Farlands or Bust on Friday, because Friday, yesterday, was July 4th. Independence Day. I don't know how to speak the words, but Independence Day. I like added an extra syllable somewhere in between there, but yes, it was Independence Day here in the United States, and I was out and about doing Independence Day type stuff with the fam. With the fam, I don't call them that ever, but yes, with the family, went to a parade, and stuff like that. So I'm like, bah, everybody else is off. Also, they're probably out enjoying the same sort of things, so we had a lot of videos go up yesterday anyway. We had a UHC and other stuff go up, so I'm like, well, we'll delay, and if I do have times on Saturday, which I also normally don't, which I do now, but we'll do Farlands there, and that brings you up to speed. I have now explained why I am recording, and hopefully, kind of a little bit late here, but hopefully before too much time passes, we can get this one uploaded and feed it directly into your eyeballs. Apply directly to the forehead. But yeah, Saturday, July 5th, 2014, and we raised like $80 for Child's Play charity since Wednesday. We're at $6,191.22, so thank you for continuing to donate to Child's Play charity over at farlandsorbust.com. Not even the nation's holiday can keep us from helping out kids get toys, books, and games to them in their hospitals and whatnot. Worldwide, I do appreciate it. Indeed. Let's make a landfall here and actually go. Careful, Wolfie. Oh god, get out of there, get out of there. Don't suffocate. Alright, you're fine, everybody's fine. Woof. Good gravy. But yeah, let's continue on, and what do I want to talk about? I suppose a little bit of astronomy news. It is July 5th. If you are oot and aboot and you do have clear skies, you will see the moon at night in those clear skies. It's just a sliver before first quarter moon, so it looks like it's half illuminated from our perspective. Actually, it's a conjunction. Junction. What's your function? No, it's a conjunction because right next to the moon, you will see a reddish star of some description, which is not a star at all. No, excuse me, my nose just started to itch. It is not a star at all. That would be Mars. The moon and Mars are going to be extremely close together tonight. So that's why I said hopefully I can get this episode up before too long, before it's too late for many of you to see such things as these. But yeah, take a look at that. That'd be kind of cool to look at if you do have a telescope. Even the cheapest of cheap telescopes, you can hopefully at least find and magnify the moon and then see, you know, maybe you'd be able to see a little bit of the sphere of Mars. Mars is a very tiny, tiny planet, and actually, even with a good telescope, is pretty hard to see. I mean, you can see it as a planet, but to make any surface detail out, at the most, you might be able to see one of the polar ice caps. You know, just as a slight smudge of brightening near the poles of the planet. But it takes really dark and really steady skies and a lot of aperture and resolving power with your telescope and magnification, a lot of magnification. So you really need stable skies and a tracking telescope for that type of planetary work to start really making out any of then the dark areas, the you know, what were originally mistaken for roads and canals on Mars, and you know, by the early astronomers who first started to see surface detail, and they obviously concluded that there's a species of intelligence there, a society making these canals to transport things between the poles, and they were obviously wrong, but what else could they have gone with the information they had, I suppose? But yeah, cool stuff. Mars, right next to the moon. I think Saturn is in the vicinity as well. I didn't take time to look specifically where it is. A little bit further away, but Saturn might be there as well. Astronomy news. Astronomy news indeed. Speaking of other things I haven't done in a while, that being astronomy, I've got telescopes, but I have not had them out in a long time. I have not tried. We're getting off the astronomy train, by the way. Last stop, toot toot. Toot toot. Who says toot toot? Anyway, I tried out for the first time in a while Firefox, the web browser. I simply wanted to mix things up a bit. I'm not terribly... Oh, wait, somebody wanted me to get clay last episode, who donated to get us to $6,000. So there, I've gotten clay. Congratulations. Can I do this? Is this thing? Oh yeah, it is. It is a thing. It's a thing. You know what? Let's make this elevated hidey hole out of clay today, because I'm cray. Z. So yeah, I tried out Firefox for the first time in a while. I'm a little bit... The way Google is tending to go, I'm very much, obviously, aside from making a living on YouTube, a Google product, Google-owned system, and the AdSense, I'm very ingrained in the Google ecosystem. I have an Android phone, a Nexus. I use Chrome. I've been using Chrome for many, many, many years now, and I've been... like I said, obviously on the YouTubes and the other, you know, I had Google Reader before they shut it down, so I'm really deep in the water there, and I've been always very hesitant about that because of certain decisions they make or don't make and whatnot. So I'm like, maybe I should try pulling back a bit, and maybe I won't give them my browsing processes by using Chrome all the time. So I'm like, I'm gonna try Firefox. I remember way back in the day when Firefox, I used Mozilla, the Mozilla browser, and Netscape back when they were a thing. They were when it was based on the Mozilla browser. So I was an early adopter for that sort of thing, so I used that a lot back in the day, but I switched to Chrome a while ago, and I've been with it for a while, so I'm like, I'll try Firefox. I pretty much installed all the things to make it a similar, a nice transition from Chrome to be able to use it, and I've been very happy with it, except for one thing. It's been very fast. I noticed it seems to be a lot faster than Chrome, although recently Chrome has also released a beta, like a dev version of a 64-bit version of Chrome, which I might have to try out. But it might not be completely stable because it's still a beta version. But anyway, that's beside the point. But I've noticed Firefox significantly faster at painting the pages up, and also blazingly fast at uploading the YouTube videos. I was subscribed and surprised, very surprised at that. Unfortunately, unfortunately, it also, for whatever reason, in the process of uploading the YouTube videos really fast, completely kills my internet speeds for any other website I may be browsing at the time. So normally I can I can start uploading things on YouTube, and then I'll be browsing in the background, or even watching a video in the background, or getting work done in the background in my browser. But not when I'm uploading anything on Firefox, and I'll explain the symptoms when we wake up in the morning. And web browsersness. There we go. That's our clay hidey hole, elevated hidey hole. Enjoy. So yeah, and even, it's not just in Firefox either. Like I'm like, okay, I'm uploading a video in Firefox, going super fast, careful Wolfie. And then I opened up Chrome to see if I could just, browse, whatever in Chrome, or look at Twitter or whatever, and it just slows and grinds to a halt. I'll even lose connection to the Steam network. Skype goes down, or my other stuff that I have up goes down. I try using my phone that's connected to my Wi-Fi, and I can't browse there. So it must really, in addition to uploading super fast. I mean, it's not super fast, it's noticeably faster, but it's not like the videos go up instantaneously or anything like that. It's not great at the expense of not being able to use the internet for anything else. So I am unfortunately back to Chrome. Well, not unfortunately, Chrome works all right, it gets the job done. But I really wanted to get back into and start liking Firefox again, and I even, I talked to BOO, and he's like, yeah, I thought that I was the only one having that problem, where it just, completely kills your connection. I don't know if there's a way in the about config of Firefox that you can kind of limit or throttle, give an upload limit to, the bandwidth it uses when you're uploading, which is strange, because it's uploading. The download is a different stream, you would think, and maybe it's breaking some sort of speed barrier. Whoa! That Comcast has set, and Comcast ends up being like, oh, look at this guy is being all fancy using Firefox and uploading, using his full upload bandwidth by using Firefox. We're gonna slow down his entire internet. Maybe that's the thing that happens, and Chrome somehow circumvents that. I don't know, but it doesn't circumvent it. It's not as fast. But anyway. So yeah, that was kind of weird. I just and I was looking around, and it was really hard to find any sort of forum posts or bug reports saying similar things. I look up slow YouTube uploads Firefox, and I just get tons and tons of results of people who can't watch YouTube videos with their Firefox is buffering, other problems downloading. I'm like, no, uploading, and then it ruins the rest of my connection. So I don't know. I figured I would mention that here to see if anybody else. I know probably the vast 99% majority of you don't upload things to YouTube, so you wouldn't know. And of course, the other vast majority of you don't even use Firefox, perhaps. But this is kind of a weird thing, and I was kind of quite disappointed because I had it set up nice. I transferred over my password managers and bookmarks and favorites and the little quick dial thing on the new tab screen, and I'm like, oh yeah, I remember Firefox. This is great. And then nope, not really working at all. And it's not like I could use Firefox to upload my videos and then use Chrome, because it kills all of my internet connection. So well, technical difficulties with KurtJMac. Oh boy. But other things we can talk about. Past couple of days, there's been an interesting news item that has been making the rounds on the blogosphere, I suppose you could say, and it was on Google News and stuff like that. About science, and also about. How do I want to phrase this? I suppose the technical term would be cryptozoology, but basically, there were hair samples taken from 57 different, quote unquote, very big air quotes here, reputable sources and museums and personal collections that collect these samples from supposed and very well argued for. These hair samples are from Yetis and Sasquatch and Bigfoot, and these places gave these samples to an actual zoological scientists to run genome sequencing, because these people, we should run the genome of the Sasquatch to see if they're related to human beings or Homo erectus or chimpanzees or something. And so they gave these samples to actual scientists to run these DNA genome sequences. Turns out every single sample could be matched conclusively to actual known creatures in the animal kingdom. Most frequently were raccoons, sheep, black bears, cows. Porcupine was a surprising one. I don't know how you get your hands on some sort of porcupine remains and then say, oh, this is a Yeti, obviously. All the signs point to yes. So that's a little bit disappointing for the cryptozoology people, but for most people in the realm of the living and the realm of science and skepticism, we're pretty much expecting that. And there was, however, an interesting find. 2 of the samples came back matching that of polar bears, but not living polar bears. The DNA of fossilized, an ancient, thought to have been extinct version of polar bears. So either these samples came, again, perhaps somebody found in the permafrost or elsewhere some sort of remains of a fossilized polar bear, or this species of polar bear is still alive out there somewhere. And it's you can see where the myths for Sasquatch or the Yetis came from, is perhaps somebody in a fevered haze at a distance saw a polar bear standing on its hind legs, and that's a humanoid. That's a Yeti. I must go back and tell my friends, but first I need to take a couple drinks. And you can see how these sort of stories get the telephone game, as it passes down and down and down. Suddenly you hear the story about old cousin Ed was fighting with a Yeti in the Himalayas or something like that. But it's kind of a very interesting story around the internet that's making the rounds. Much like the recent YouTube video that's gone a little bit viral, where somebody took their quadricopter drone, I suppose it's incorrectly being called, that had a camera mounted to it, and they flew into a fireworks display on 4th of July. That's kind of a cool perspective. It's very interesting how fireworks, neighbors, they look very two-dimensional when you see them. They look just like, oh, a sphere, okay. But they are actually, not a sphere, a circle, a circle of explosion, but it's actually like a sphere, a 360-degree, 3-dimensional sphere, much like you would expect an explosion to be, but it's kind of weird and interesting how our minds kind of flatten it out against the sky, much like our brains kind of flatten the night sky, like, oh, the moon and the stars must be at the same distance because they're right there flat against the sky. And it's kind of an interesting perspective from within the fireworks display. And actually, I thought about it, even though it's a day late, I did collect 14 gunpowder from the last spawner we came across after tunneling through the mountain. And I feel like maybe we should set off some fireworks. I need to find some sand. I'm sure we passed up a bunch of it already, but yeah, we'll do that before the end of the episode. Let's set off some fireworks for 4th of July. For the 5th of July, because why not? That'll be fun. But yeah, those are just a few things. These are a few random topics that I think, in perusing the internet and news sources, kind of cool things to talk about, as if we're doing a podcast or some sort of vloggy type situation, which is, as you know, is what Farlands or Bust has pretty much become, and I'm very happy about that. It suits me quite well, and hopefully it suits you as well. Hopefully suits you. Ooh, careful, Wolfie. Don't push. No pushing. No touching. No touching. Let's get a move on. Oh, here's some sand. Bloop. Let us collect some sand. For science! For science of Yetis and Sasquatchies and Bigfoots, big feets. Big toes. Big guy with the big feet. That should be enough. So yeah, I do have for this last day. I have excuse me. I have a few questions I can answer. Well, I have a bunch of questions I can answer from the donations, but I'll have time for a few, and then we can hopefully set off some poor quality fireworks here for the finale, which I normally only do. Yeah, didn't I do that starting the season? So yeah, this is a special time for everybody involved. Enjoy it. You don't get that often. All right, let's do this. Bling, blong. All right, very nice. Bling, and how about a bed? There we go. So go to sleep, and I will get to these questions in the morning. Where's Mars? Mars is going to be right about there or something. And Sasquatchness. Woof. I should also maybe eat something to get that heart back of damage I took. That was in taking over that spawner there with the zombies. I think I got a little bit overrun. That was the sheep. The sheep got in my way. Yeah, I was talking about you guys. Dang sheep. Being mistaken for Sasquatch fur. Dang guys. All right, here we go. A question, a very timely question from Zach. Actually, I think he asked this a while ago, but from Zach asks, how much do you, or don't you, enjoy the Mindcrack UHCs, ultra hardcore, and what are your favorite memories of that? I do enjoy them. They are kind of the staple thing that we do Mindcrack with, and it's kind of I know back in the day we kind of wish we had named it Mindcrack difficulty mode instead of ultra hardcore mode, because now a bunch of other people and YouTubers of even additional above and beyond fame of our own are playing UHC, and they don't, there's no notion or mention of the source of the game mode. Obviously this season, and if you're not watching UHC, we have Captain Sparkles playing in addition to guests Co and Sevenus. But other people playing it. I think LD Shadow Ladies joined a bunch of people playing it, and she has an ongoing episodes into episode 2 or 3, and it's very interesting watching people who don't know or haven't played 17 seasons try to play UHC. Obviously, there's a whole Reddit around it that Brian Lorgon 111 has played a bunch on, and it was very cool to have him on an actual official UHC with the Mindcrack folks. But yeah, favorite memories? Season 3 is still the best, just because it is that first time playing everybody. It is that it's almost like the nostalgia you get for the first time ever playing Minecraft. Being plopped onto the side of a shore here and being like, all right, I got to survive somehow now. You get really freaked out about the night, and that's a really cool thing that happened with season 3. If you haven't watched it, even though I know my commentary and even my audio quality isn't quite up to snuff, it is by far one of the best seasons in my opinion. And even the following season 4, where we did the first teams, just the 2 teams. That was also, we never worked as a team in UHC, so that was kind of an interesting experience as well. So, but definitely season 3, just a lot of really awesome, coincidental, and just very dramatic things happen that I think made not only it fun to play as a player, but also fun for YouTube. It made for great video, and I do owe a lot of that. One of the early surges of subscribers to my channels, subscribers to my channel came from the success of that season of UHC. I do, as far as the current and ongoing seasons, I do kind of, with the nostalgia again, miss you know, there were only 8 of us playing that Season 3. I do kind of miss that scale of things. It was far more personable between us all. We all knew who each other were. Well, I mean, we didn't actually. I had just joined the server, but, you know, we all knew the people involved, and you know, by now there are so many people participating. Not only do we run into technical issues regarding that, but it becomes a little bit less. Oh God! Speaking of, oh God, guy, you jerk! You want to play some UHC right now? Get wrecked! Get messed up! Get shot! Get missed! Get killed! That's right. I'm talking to you. I will steal your bones and your arrows. Oh God, another guy. Okay, this is a spawner. We're gonna go. Careful, Wolfie. Oh no, Wolfie. Oh, Wolfie. All right, yeah, we're leaving. Wolfie took some damage there. Wolfie got his 2nd kill. I think that's, it doesn't really kill that many guys that often. Ha, all right. Let's, good thing I picked up all those pigs earlier. I'm gonna use them all right now. Yep, I am. Oh, I ate one of those, didn't I? Dang it. Tongue treats. Processed pig feet. Literally in this case. So yeah, I do kind of miss that, and I don't see any way around that now. We don't want to obviously exclude people. We want to do only an 8-person UHC this season. Sorry, everybody else who's been added to the server. Sorry. But yeah, I do miss that about that. I suppose in your question about what don't you enjoy, you know, that part of it I don't enjoy so much. It becomes a lot more of a crapshoot as to who you're going to both encounter and who's going to get, you know, the lucky this, that, or the other find or whatever happens. But perhaps I'm the one who gets the lucky find, and I'm the one who prevails. You'll have to continue watching UHC Season 17 on the channel every other day. Every other day, a new episode on Sunday. And then it's going to alternate Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, you know, like that. You know how it works. It's every other day. Woof. I meant moo. Why did I say woof when I heard the cow go moo? The cow says woof. Oh, sorry. But yeah, thanks for that donation and the question. We got a question here from an Oregonian. Oregonian asks how. Oh wait, no, that was the same question I just asked. Is it just me, or are your view counts lower than they used to be? Thanks for bringing me right down. I do appreciate it. No, they are lower. It might be because I have more series going on at the same time, and my viewers are spread amongst those. It also simply might be the fact that Let's Plays, YouTube in general, is kind of, in my opinion, not failing, but faltering a little bit on the, you know, the growth side of things. Definitely it's an issue where a lot of very, very, very large channels, you know, it's the same sort of, you know, the top 1% or whatever are taking up the, you know, the 90% of the views that are out there or whatever. Ooh. But, you know, I'm not sure specifically what's going on. There's a lot at fault there. I am partly at fault for not, you know, the last year or so I hadn't been as studious and, you know, if you look at somebody between, like, say, myself and Beef or BOO, we all, at some point, started out around the same as far as success, subscriber levels, and whatnot. The main difference, you know, without looking at personality or perhaps that I'm not as good a commentator as some of those guys, the way you look at how they've had much, I suppose, what you could call success as far as views and subscribers are concerned is because they've been far more consistent and far more frequent in their uploads and gameplay videos going up multiples per day, as opposed to the past year. I've struggled to even get one per day up at many times throughout the year, which totally my fault, and you know, certainly something I'm recognizing and trying to make up for here. But yeah, views are down. ad rates are down, which, you know, I kind of hint at the fact that it's kind of like, I might have to try out this fan funding thing, or looking forward to the YouTube tip jar thingamabob. So we'll keep an eye on it. I try not to, like I said a while ago, where I would be obsessing over statistics and the analytics and the traffic sources, and only 1/10% is coming from Facebook, or this, that, or the other. It really makes you very sad to really obsess over that stuff, and maybe I was doing that too much, and that's why I was not getting as many videos out, because I was too busy worrying about the statistics and whatnot. But there's that. So yeah, views are maybe a little bit down. Maybe they'll be going up. I've had a couple spikes here and there, but we'll just keep working on it. Keep on trucking, and see how things pan out with these other sources of both marketing our channel and reaching new audience members, but also perhaps funding and continuing and coming up with new ideas like podcasts and other live stream shows, or this, that, or the other, or another channel for different types of content. Who knows? But anyway, like I said, don't like to dwell on that too much, especially here on the channel. It kind of gets a little bit redundant. You guys aren't the problem. You're actually watching my videos, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart. And for you, I will be detonating some fireworks. Woo! How do I do this? I do this, and this, and then I do this, and this. Ooh. Oh, I don't like that it's in my hand. Let's get rid of that. One short. That's a shame. Let's get the workbench. Careful, Wolfie, don't walk in my fist way. Fist way? Don't walk into my fists. Alright. Oh, I guess I'm grabbing everything. Oh, you know what I could do really quickly? Let's see. This might be kind of tough to do. I could probably do it right here, actually. Quickly now. Wolfie, have a seat. Actually, have a seat much, much further away. Let's quickly put out some torches. Quickly now. I promised the people some fireworks. I must do such things as these. Alright, let's, I forgot how to do this. No, not like that. Quickly now. Let's do that and that. Oh, I don't have, like, redstone. This isn't gonna work. No, this should work still. Let's, what am I trying to do? Bucket of water. Yeah, I know I shouldn't I? Yeah, I should put something there. Oh, crap. No, I'm doing this totally wrong, aren't I? Yes, I am. Wait. This isn't gonna work. I'm just gonna end up hurting somebody. Alright, let's do that and that. Stand back, Wolfie. We're going to have a TNT cannon, maybe. Sort of. We'll see. Let's actually move you back just a little bit more. We're also going to start getting attacked by mobs. Happy 4th of July in 3, 2, 1. And boom. Stand back. Oh, that hurt. Okay. Did that actually go out there anywhere? Sorry, Wolfie. Actually, let's get out of here. Yeah, I think I messed that up. The water source block should have been one behind. Let's, oh god. Let's, oh dear lord. The lord, who is a deer? Alright, let's cut this off. Let's dig into the hidey hole here. Quickly now. Oh my gosh, things are so dark, I can't even see. Quickly. Wolfie, have a seat. Thank you. Alright, let's dig in. For safety. That was the failest of the failed. I was under pressure. I should really do these things much quicker. Alright, there we go. I should have started that much earlier, is what I meant to say, in the day, before the sunset, but we didn't even get to watch because I took damage and I was freaking out. I realized at the last second that I did that kind of wrong. Whoop. Oh, dang it. How do I... There we go. Let's flesh out this hidey hole. But anyway, the kind of follow-up question... I can hear things walking on the, hopefully good things, on the pressure plates I left up there. Wow, that was a fail and a half right there. Yeah, the follow-up question from the Oregonian was that they said I should move to Oregon. I was very surprised when I visited You know, it does seem like a place that I would enjoy. Unfortunately, in doing research, Oregon, and specifically Portland, is like the number 2 place where people are leaving their state, and what's the word I'm looking for? Like cross-state not transportation, but you know, they're picking up, they're moving, and they're settling down from other states into Oregon, into Portland. And that means the living costs, the prices of finding a place to rent and or buy, are quite significantly higher than elsewhere in the United States. I think the number 1 spot is probably LA. It's either LA or San Francisco. But somewhere I do want to move, and I hope to be moving at some point very soon, would be the Southwest. I definitely want to check that out, maybe stick around there for a couple years to see if I like it, and if I say, let's try something else, I'll get up, and definitely the Pacific Northwest, Oregon specifically, is up there, definitely on the list. Check out, I don't know, maybe somewhere outside of Portland, Eugene, Oregon, or something like that would be better. I don't know. I haven't really looked into it too much, but I do appreciate your wanting me to move to your state, Oregonian. Oregonionian. But yeah, let's end this crazy Saturday episode of Farlands Bust, episode 374, and the absolute atrocious failure of a TNT cannon to end it off. Happy Independence Day. The zombies are running around. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Kurt. I will see you next time. Last stop, toot toot.